Hello everybody, hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the Respawn Recap. Zan, easily the spiciest recap we have probably ever had.
This is a jalapeno type episode. Let's go.
And the biggest balls moment this past week, that needs to be a new segment for sure, comes from the one
Does
and
it
only,
really? I don't know.
The one and only FaZe Banks. In case you guys somehow missed this, a viral take with some paparazzi where he literally says F Xbox, F PlayStation, they're both a sham, hopes he doesn't get in trouble, but makes a statement that, hey guys, stack your bread, it's time to buy a PC.
See, that's fair statement in some ways, but let's be real. Just over the weekend, my PC literally fell apart randomly. I went to sleep, it was fine, woke up dead, and spent the whole weekend fixing it. Never have that problem with the PlayStation.
Yeah, true. Definitely there are a lot of aspects of this argument, especially for the youngsters out there. Maybe not enough money to buy a PC as compared to a console. Me and our camera guy, or our boy back there, PD Boy, have talked about this as well. At what point in time in your life do you actually revert back to a console because of what you said? A PC can be hard to maintain, hard to keep up with, or are we a part of a generation where we don't go back to consoles and PC truly is the master race in the future?
This would have been a much harder discussion right before the PS5 came out, because let me just say that controller, it is the biggest step in haptic feedback we've seen since going from 0 vibrations to any vibrations whatsoever. It's genius. I think I'm going to buy every game right now on
That's
PS5.
if you can actually get your hands on
True,
one. But certainly
true.
so. To wrap it up as well, 37,000 votes on our poll about this. A far majority saying PC is the future.
Fair.
Obviously, there are a lot of factors as to what they chose for other options. We will see if FaZe Banks is right 5-10 years from now. And likely one of the spicier stories out there. I told you, man, this recap is just full of gigantic ones. That being Scump. Another, I could say, secondary big balls action out there this past week, calling out Call of Duty League for this past season. One of his fines was for his sponsored streams for Raid Shadow Legends, which is not Call of Duty. He was fined for that. Even bigger so, coming out and saying he was practically forced, alongside every other player, to sign a contract before the first opening weekend event, and if they did not sign, they would not be allowed to compete.
For obvious reasons, this is a huge ethical issue for the Call of Duty League, and yet another nail in the coffin that just proves that they're not running things the way that they should. I mean, heck, I took time on my weekend to write an article about this. I'm not a writer, but I was still like, I need to get this story out on our website because it is huge.
Yeah, luckily enough, though, it seems that even Crimsix and Scump are now kind of reunited in some short form of friendship for a player union to be assessed, and as of right now, Scump put a silence on Activision and the Call of Duty League. Is he going to get fined for that statement? It seems likely, but there are plenty of backers out there who will gladly pay for that fine for him to speak up like that. And the second time we talked about FaZe Banks in a single week, which I do love, it seems the viewers love him all the more. He definitely makes some brash statements. I would say this one more of a fair statement in response to Jake Paul. I know you get the Paul brothers confused all the time. It was actually kind of becoming a bit of a meme and a joke out there in the gaming scene, as Jake Paul took to Twitter to say he was the first one to make creator be boxers, the first one to create, most importantly, content houses, to which FaZe Banks, Hex, and a lot of gaming figures have responded to, and I can tell by the way you're holding back.
Believe me, I could be cursing for the next 30 minutes about this. Like, how dare you?
I mean, yes.
Sit down, my guy. Like, yo, go away, please. Just stop, y'all. He does not have the right, the respect, like literally no credit to even make even vaguely this kind of statement.
But it's a Jake Paul kind of thing. Now I will say, as it pertains to gaming and esports, most importantly, we had FaZe Banks. If you guys don't know, the FaZe New York house back to 2012, OpTic, one of their variety of houses, but the initial one I believe 2014. Even before them, there were lots of gaming and content houses, and even esports and gaming did not start these things, right?
Of course.
They've been around for decades, so it's a Jake Paul moment, and I guess the general gist of the question was, who did it best in gaming first?
Certainly not Jake Paul.
It was not Jake Paul? Well, Jake Paul did everything else. And one of the, I keep on saying, these different takes, the more disgusting takes in the past week.
Oh, very weird one.
Yes, and one we don't particularly cover usually, but Official Limit GG, I should say a former esports team, maybe still trying to make a comeback from this one. I don't think it was an issue necessarily fully at fault on them, but certainly a bad issue, as a video was allowed to be posted to their main YouTube channel, and unfortunately so in that video there was derogatory and some very, very frowned upon language used upon or used around a very young girl in a video which was posted directly to their social media. Shortly thereafter was actually taken down, but of course the internet does what it does. It was clipped. Unfortunately, so one of the members of that team was actually in the video. He did not make those statements, but the video was still posted to a public channel. Ever since then, they actually announced that they were over, they were done. Several management I spoke to actually left the team as well, and they announced the shutting down. And now they might be trying to make a comeback, but an entirely confusing situation, and certainly one that's not, you don't like to see.
Absolutely. I'm glad to see that the team is standing by their apology, like immediately admitting, hey, this is our bad, guys. This is a horrible situation to be in for any roster, and I fully support anybody who's decided to leave the team in the wake of this situation. It is really something that nobody should have let make it live onto the internet at any point in time whatsoever.
And that's certainly the issue here. I would say it was a decent apology. I know there's a bunch of cancel culture going around, especially nowadays online, but it was almost the organization, they themselves said we are going to shut doors and end because of this.
Very quickly.
Which I thought could have been salvaged. So I guess we'll see what the future of Official Limit GG is as they try and make up for this circumstance. Wow, this is a crazy week.
Shocking.
Man, I mean, we talk about all the top names and figures out there. Of course, now we bring in xQc alongside him. If you want to mention figures who have responded or reacted, just about every Twitch streamer, xQc handed a 7-day Twitch ban, a 6-month Twitch Rivals ban for stream sniping live on his own Twitch stream.
Which I believe this is the first time we've seen a ban for Twitch Rivals like this ever, especially when it comes to stream sniping. This is a very fascinating situation, especially considering it's such a big creator like xQc who brings a lot of viewership to something like Twitch Rivals.
Yeah, I mean, you check the quarterly reports, you check the yearly reports, he is a top 10, if not top 5 or higher, usually most viewed channel on Twitch. And so that's why the likes of maybe a guy like Shroud or Tyler One, maybe we're thinking that Twitch would not do anything. This is the first time we have seen a top Twitch streamer, also a partnered streamer, stream snipe live on air. It makes complete sense for Twitch to issue the punishment. I'm not one to judge, what the length of that punishment really should be, but it makes sense because you need to set a precedent that Twitch streamers should not be stream sniping in events for prize money other Twitch streamers while on their Twitch stream. That's pretty straightforward.
It's just weird. It's the first time we're ever seeing them do this,
and
out of nowhere.
It's got to be a guy like C,
yeah,
X,
right.
Q.
Yeah, they got to set the example. They're putting him out on the chopping block, saying like, "Hey, if xQc can get banned, anybody can get banned."
True, very true. And if there's anyone that's going to come back probably even stronger because of a ban, it's a guy like PVC. I was trying to make a Jessica Blevins joke, and I don't think it's going to go.
No,
over.
Yeah, I don't think. Everybody's going to miss that. Yeah. Well, I think that was it QVC?
I think it was QVC.
Yeah.
God! As per usual, we hope you guys all enjoy the Respawn recap. Zan, show these gamers out the door. We'll see them next time.
Just like my man PVC likes to say out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
See you, gamers.